Alright, yes.
I think my homework so good, and I understood everything was so nice, and I love it home. So when my mom picks me up, which I tell her to bring it, I'll bring it to the after school.
We get those soon. Yeah. No, I mean, hold on. You need to solve for x? Well, what's the question? Before you go on to the next problem, what did you already check? What did you already check? Alright, what about the next one?
You didn't have to
About the
do
next
that
one
one.
also.
It was just one.
It was just one?
Yeah.
No way, I thought it was two. Are you sure?
Yeah, I think the little paper here schedule said.
Yeah, it's just one.
How many did just one?
Oh, I
Good.
Let me pass on the paper.
Probably the second. So, since it was just one, let's go back over to number 2.
Oh, wait, number 2 is correct.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
But Ryan has passed back paper.
Can you restrict it so we can get one super quick?
Alright, so let's look at number 2. Number 2, we're involving AC, that piece. You're involving CD, which is this piece. And then it talks about DE. Alright, so if I were to pull that away, what did we learn about a secant and a tangent? Ethan?
Outer times full.
Right, outside times full segment, outside times full. Right? So let's look at the tangent. If they told you this is 8, what's the outside segment? What's the whole segment? Okay, if they give you this to be x and this to be 4, what's the outside? What's the whole? 4x. Okay, so that's the concept portion. Alright, so questions or more? Let me see your first.
Oh, we should go back for 5.
Number 19. Alright, are you listening? Number 19 says a meteorologist measures the angle of elevation of a weather balloon at 41 degrees. A radio signal from the balloon indicates that it is 1,503 meters from his location to the nearest meter. How high above the ground is the balloon? So what picture? We have a balloon. Okay, here's our weather balloon.
We looked under
What
it.
else is this? This is number 18.
How far away is
So we kind of need a ground, right? And what else do we need?
Yeah.
A person. Here's our guy. All right. So now what?
Draw a line from that.
So from him to the balloon, and the balloon to the ground. What would this be considered?
Leg.
Okay, it is a leg of the right triangle. It's the height of what? The balloon. Right? So they talked about an angle of elevation. What's an angle of elevation?
Yeah, so the
From the ground up. Angle of elevation is horizontal. So now we're talking about 1,500 degrees. On your homework tonight, maybe one picture is drawn. Other than that, no. I don't know if the EFC can draw the pictures. So you have to be able to draw pictures. So one of the key things it said is a radio signal from the balloon. Where is the signal? It's inside the balloon, right? So there's this radio. Here's our radio. There's this little antenna and it's sending out little waves. So listen again. It says the radio signal from the balloon indicates that it is, what does it refer to? The balloon. So it's 1,503 meters from his location. What is his? The guy. So it's 1503, the horizontal and the vertical of that height. Why? because it's from the balloon, the radio, to the man. What are we asking for? Which one's the height? There's two legs. Okay. And it's a vertical leg, and Lucas also said it was the what? Opposite leg. What is the two legs? Hypotenuse. Okay, is to be adjacent, it must be one of the sides. It must be the leg that is the side of that angle. Is this the side of 41? No. You know what we're going to do? This is 19. We're going to do this. Yeah. Ooh, it's slow, baby. I do have. Oh, this is my take out. I think it's stuck. Shouldn't take this long. Oh, there it is. All right. Where's Madison? Oh, Madison. Look at that. Your name got disconnected. It's not going to let me do that. From your last name. Oh, no, that was Madison King.
I know.
There it is.
All
right. And who do I have to take out? Trevor.
Could you put Maria Paula? Paula.
Okay, I'm going to space this. Oh. Okay, I think we're good. All right, my recorder is Miriam. Are you up to it? Okay. Because it's 2 times being called. All right, Kara. What was I going to ask? Oh, what do we do from here?
You have to figure out what function it is.
What function?
Sun.
And then what did you decide, son?
Because you have opposite and hypotenuse.
All right, so how does it set up?
Sine 41 is equal to x over 15 over 3.
All right. From here, who's going to solve it? Lucas, how do you solve it? Multiply both sides by 15 over 3. 15 over 3 gone. All right. I'm going to keep up calculators. It looks like Aaron's string.
I need a 6 point.
Oh, I have it. Lucas? What else we learned? That way I can call on anybody for the calculator. Over. Anybody else? Alright. So now that means it's their game. To call on somebody. How many is it? Oh, wow. Stephanie, can you move that calculator basket so it doesn't block it? Thank you. Alright, so hopefully your calculator's out and working out, but what is it? You got it?
No, we didn't get it.
I passed over.
986.05.
986.05. Alright. Now, before we go any further, what's the have to make sure it is? One, did they ask us to round?
On the time, 6, 9 to
We said 6. Alright, so it said to the nearest meter. What does that mean?
So you're
Hold on, nearest meter would be Elder. What is the nearest meter? 986. Alright, so the next question is, did he answer the question?
Yes.
How high above the ground is the balloon? Well, I don't think we really are finished because what's missing? What do we have on this number? And meter is a what?
Measurement.
A measurement. The measurement, Aaron? Meters. So it's 986 meters tall. Next question? Frank. Oh, I like this one too. All right.
Wait, what number?
Thank you. Oh, you ready?
I
It
didn't know.
says 2 office buildings are 51 meters apart. What do you need to draw?
2 office buildings.
2 office buildings. Are they the same height?
No, make one bigger than the
The
other.
height of the taller. So one's short and one is what?
Tall.
Okay, this is my office buildings, this is my ground, and I don't think that's all that. Right, what does 51 meters apart mean? So hold on. 51 meters apart, what does that mean? Lizzie? That from here is 51, all right. The height of the taller building is 207 feet tall. What does that mean, Kara?
That
Which one?
the tallest.
So that means it's vertical? Okay. So the angle of depression from the top of the taller to the top of the shorter. Angle of depression from the top of the taller to the top of the shorter. Samantha, how would we draw that? So we're going to definitely draw this, but I need another side. Where's the other side? Why do we have to draw the line here and not there?
Angle.
It's an angle of depression, which means it should go from a horizontal what? Down. Now we're going to talk about that in a minute. That is how much? 15 degrees. All right. Find the height of the shorter building to the nearest meter. So ultimately, what are we looking for? This vertical, correct? All right. How much? I don't even have a triangle. I have a trapezoid. I don't know nothing.
You can move the ground.
Oh, move the ground up. Okay, let me make the ground red now. So there's the ground. Tell me when to stop.
Go.
Stop.
Stop it.
Okay, what did we just form? Okay, now, this comes into play. What's the relationship between an angle of depression and an angle of elevation? They're alternate interior angles, therefore they are congruent. So that's 15. I'm now inside my triangle. All right, so we need to know this. What else in this picture would be X? Ethan? Where else would I put X?
The top of the
Here?
building.
Now, if I put this as X because this is already X, that means it's the same. So what else in this picture is X? The other side here, Ethan. Square or rectangle. So what else is X?
The opposite side.
Right. So we know this is X from here to there. That's going to come into play later. So we cannot use X as our variable. We need to pick another variable for our triangle. Elder, what is it going to be? Okay, so and W is going to go on the horizontal or the vertical? Why? What are we asking for? We're asking for heights, correct? And our height's vertical? So that's going to help us do that. What's the next logical step to do, Eric? We've got that angle of elevation. I moved this distance up right to bring it to itself. What about a tree function? Those are in a square. We're going to focus on this triangle up here. Let me highlight it. You tell me who is opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. Okay. That's opposite. What's 51? No. With respect to 15, what is this? If we have hypotenuse and adjacent left. Right, because where's the hypotenuse? Opposite the 90-degree angle. All right, with our triangle label, you should be able to tell me the trig function now. Right, so you know here. Trig function is tangent of what? Is equal to what? Over. Okay. So at this point, I need to know how to solve this, Lucas.
We multiply both sides by 51.
So we multiply both sides by 51. Now everybody's got a calculator, so this is fair game. So my calculator person is McKinsey. What is my W?
I guess something different.
I have 13.
Okay, try it again. Is your calculator forward or backwards?
On the calculator list. What? Now I get it.
Your calculator forward.
Yeah, that's kind of a good one.
Okay, we see you need to look at your calculator later, all right? So what is,
Oh, yeah.
right, now wait a minute.
13.7.
All right, they asked us, find the height of the shorter building to the nearest meter, so how does this round? Right, does this answer the question? This does not answer the question. What is 14 in our picture, Aaron? Or what is, where's the, yes, it is the opposite, meaning it stretches from here and tell me where to stop. Okay, so this is 14. We want to know, Elder, we want to know how tall the building is. Do you see why it was important to associate this side also with X? How am I going to get the purple thing if I know the upper is 14? Hold on, let's see what this comes up. Miriam.
So 14.27.
Excellent. We're going to subtract 14 from 207. Guess what the EOC would have had as an answer? 14. Go back and make sure you answer the question. So the shorter building, and what else do we need on our 193? That's B. Shorter building is 193 what? Meters? That was number 24. Yes, sir.
Let's see, 22.
22. Ryan, you ready? Okay, so we're doing 22, which is an indirect measurement. So this is another word problem. I take it you're okay with the triangles that were drawn? So on 22, is it 22? We have a torus. A torus looks out at the crown of the Statue of Liberty. So what do you think we need to draw?
Crown.
Statue of Liberty. Okay, so my drawings are not the best. Here's the Statue of Liberty, and they're in the crown. Okay? So they're in the crown. Here's a person. Hold on, let me grab a pen. Here's a person in the Statue of Liberty. Okay, there's our tourist. The Statue of Liberty approximately 250 feet above the ground. does that mean? 250 feet above the ground.
How long?
250 feet above the ground. Madison, what does that mean?
That it's 200,
250?
that's 250 feet tall.
Right. So there's our statue, 250 feet tall. A tourist sees a ship. I do have a ship. Yes, we had a ship yesterday. Where did it go? There it is. No, I did that to read it. I went to read the ship. All right. There's my ship in red water. Okay, there he is. So he sees that ship. What do you think that? See his eyeball? Then he sees it. Okay? He sees the ship. All right. Coming into the harbor and measures an angle of depression, 18 degrees. You said that's smart. Yes, his eyes have a special measurement. Hail? Angle of depression. How do I draw that?
If you draw,
From his eyeball. That's his horizontal. So where's the angle of depression? Going down. Perfect. And the angle of depression, by the way, is 18 degrees. What's the big mistake made in placing 18? Right?
on the other side of the line.
Right. And why is this wrong?
That's
Based on a vertical. The angles of elevation are always based on the what? Horizontal. All right. So this is great that I have this 18. However, it is not anywhere inside my triangle. How do we get this inside the triangle, Madison? So we put it down by the ship because they're alternate interior. What letter do alternate interior angles form?
disease.
A Z. Oh wow, that didn't straighten. See the Z? Okay?
Yeah, the way upside.
Yeah, the way she did that there. All right, what are we doing next? It says, find the distance from the base of the statue to the ship. Base of the statue to the ship. So this is going to be X. Where do I put it? Stephanie?
Here, the bottom one.
Okay, from the base of the statue to the ship.
It would be on the bottom.
Yes. Why isn't it here?
Because that's the whole thing.
How would they have described this?
It would be like, what is it called?
From the crown
To the ship.
to the ship. All right, what's our next step? Not even. What's our next step?
Set up your tree.
Before our trig function. To help us set up the trig function.
Look up label the hypotenuse
Who is opposite?
and
250, all right, and?
then the basic is like
All right. So with that, and that is all in this respect to 18, because it changes it from the top angle. All right, Ethan, now you can give us the trig function. What's our trig function?
you do x, I mean 250 over x
250 over x.
equals 10.
Okay, it is a tan function. All right, from here we must solve this. How do I solve this trig equation? Lucas? Okay, so how do we undo division? We cannot leave x in the denominator. So if I multiply both sides by x, I now have 250 is equal to x times tan 18. What are you going to do next? Lucas? We're solving for x. Okay, why do you divide by tan 18? And it's attached by? Okay. All right, so now my calculator person, maybe I need two. My first calculator person is Albert. And our quality control is Mackenzie.
Oh,
Why don't you borrow me this sucker?
No, I got that. It's backwards. You have to put like.
Okay, so this is your good test. So Albert, tell us what you got and we'll see if Mackenzie matches.
I got 769.40.
Wait a minute. Give her a minute because the backwards ones take longer. Excellent. Okay, I'm glad you figured that out. Now, we want to get nearest foot. So what does nearest foot mean? Stephanie? And what's my unit? So the ship is about 769 feet from the base of the statue. And it's actually heading into the harbor, so hopefully it doesn't run into the statue. Take it use a lot.
But like what
Use the navigation.
of course, the order is the cow. You can have like assigned to the captain and be like, oh, X tangent 18 equals.
Wait a minute, you have a cell phone.
Yeah, but it's
There is a trig function on your cell phone, don't even go there. That trig is in your pocket all the time.
no, it's not always right. It's like the backwards.
Oh, whether it's backwards or not, it's there. Okay, other questions?
Always 37.
You don't need it, you have to be 23. All right, you are picking all the good problems. 23. Okay, you ready? We now have the world's tallest unsupported flagpole. What does unsupported mean?
There's no line support.
There's no lines. Those are called guy wires that keep it from bending, breaking, snapping. I don't know, it's the world's largest. It's 282-foot tall steel, maybe it's steel, pole, in Surrey, British Columbia. Okay, so what do you think you start with? Oh, hold on, don't answer this question. I want to add it. Hold on. Hold on. All right, so what am I going to start with in my picture? Ethan?
Start with the.
Okay, I need a flagpole. All right? And if I have a flagpole, what should be on the pole?
Flag.
A flag. Okay, there's our flagpole.
It looks like a piece of radio.
Yeah. All right, next. The shortest shadow cast by the pole during the year is 137 feet long. So in order to have a shadow, hold on, what must you have in order to have a shadow? You need the sun. I think if we went out there right now, there would be no shadows because there is no sun. All right, so here's our sun. And what does our sun do? It shines. It hits the top of the flagpole, and the question is, where do you place the shadow, Lizzie? Okay, on the ground. Our shadows are on the ground. Okay, so, what does it say? To the nearest degree, what is the angle of elevation of the sun when casting the flagpole's shortest shadow? All right, so let's go back a minute. We have a 280-foot tall steel pole. Where does 282 go in my picture? Where's 282 go, Hudson? On the flagpole. This is 282. Then we have a 137-foot shadow. Where does the 137 go? Lizzie? Where's that? The ground. This is 137. They are asking for the angle of elevation. Where am I going to find the angle of elevation? Which angle is it, Stephanie? Angle of elevation, where is it? This is 90. Up here? Okay, angle of elevation is from the horizontal. Is this horizontal? Where's the horizontal? Okay, so from the horizontal up. Up. So we don't know this angle. That's the variable. So before we decide on our trig function, our handle, what do we do? Okay, so what is 282? What's 197? 137. Okay, excellent. So with that identified, what trig function are you going to use? Maxine? Okay. Tangent. And how's that set up? Good.
Equals 282
Alright. Now, this is different than anything we've done today, but we did do these yesterday. How do I get x away from tangent, Sarah?
You're going to multiply each side of it first.
Yeah, we're going to take tan inverse of both sides. On the tan inverse of tan reduces the x, and my calculator will choose 2. First person is Alexandra. Second person for quality control is Ethan.
Why do you just divide that?
Because this is not multiplication. This is tan of an angle.
Oh, okay.
There's no multiply there. It's like your arm's attached to your body. That x is attached to 2. Right. Alexandra? 64.09. You agree, Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says to the nearest degree. So what does that mean? Nearest degree. Hale? What was your unit? Seems to me when we were doing the practice exam in December, didn't they have like millimeters and meters of the same answer in the problem? You've got to make sure you pay attention to units. Whether or not the USC does that, I don't know, but units are important. Next question? Because you got applications, worksheets.
Oh, thanks God.
Hey, I'll do it. 19. All right.
Yeah, we did that.
Did 19 at the beginning? The balloon? We didn't do the balloon. We didn't do 21? Okay. 21. I know, so we got time to do 21. They should not be packing up. You know how I feel about that.
You have 7 minutes left.
I got a lot of time. Alright, this is what 21 is showing. And this is preparing you for these word problems. This is 18, this is x, this is 2 kilometers. Alright, 18 right now is worthless because it is not in our triangle. How do we get 18 in our triangle, Lizzie? Here, there. Why? Alternate interior angle form letter Z. So that's how we get the 18 into our triangle. So now how do we label the sides? Ethan?
Oh my God.
That's
That's like.
Marion is our official record keeper. Is that true? Do you have 6?
How about Lucy?
Hey, I have 5 minutes.
Okay.
X is opposite.
Opposite?
2 is a 3.
Okay, so I'm going to ask someone else for the trig function. What trig function are we going to have? Lizzie? It's not even Lizzie.
Your fourth little thing.
And of what?
Oh, it's going to be
Is equal to? Over? Alright. Good. My solver goes to Mackenzie.
Multiply both sides by 2.
Multiply both sides by 2. The 2's are gone. Alright, so I need 2. 1 to solve, 1 to check. Brian, you're the first solver. And Albert, you're the checker.
Oh, that's mine. You're right.
Yeah.
1649.
Yeah.
So, are you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, they did ask us to round. They asked us to round to the nearest 10. Samantha? Yours 10. 0.6.
That's not fair.
Okay, so no, you gotta look at the bigger picture.
That's not fair.
If we don't round and round again, 498. Is it at the halfway point? No, 500 would be the halfway point, right? So when I do your grades, I'm not gonna round this to 5, and then that, yeah. All right, any other questions? 20.
Surprisingly, that's the
Well, I think 9 through 12, I think we're pretty easy.
Yeah, no, it's 26.
All right, so now we've got a dotted triangle. This is number 19, number 20. I don't know what this says. What does this say? 20. Okay, they gave us this to be 27. Why? I think you all just really come on reading. Oh, Hale, that is so your motivation.
I actually need this on.
Well, we're going to do it anyway. All right, Samantha, that 27 is outside of a triangle. It is absolutely no use. What do I do?
Or you can.
Why do they that? I never told about that.
Okay, so last one, I still got the theory.
Yeah, you should have. Okay, let's look at this. Samantha decided to do 90 minus 27, because if this is 90, this is 90. And she got 9, 8, 63. That works. So now, she's going to base everything on her 63-degree angle. Notice she didn't put 27 there. Mackenzie, with respect to 63, what is 580? You could have. But I thought this was quite interesting.
Isn't it the whole?
It is the hypotenuse. So with respect to 63, what does that make x? Excellent. All right. So now what trig function are we going to set up? Trig function goes to Ethan. You draw a question.
Oh, that's great.
Which one?
Oh, you do x over 500
X over 580
equals
cosine 63. All right. So we need to know how to solve this. How do we solve this, Alexandra? So we multiply by 580. And I need 2 people to check. All right. First person, Lizzie, would you please do that with arithmetic? Of course. And Madison, hey, would you do that arithmetic? Sorry. Okay. 263.31. What did you get, Madison? All right, it said round to the nearest tenth, so we got one more chance. Who will it be? Brittany, how do we round to the nearest tenth? That's the nearest whole. Any other questions? All right, I need this to consider this homework assignment. Do you feel prepared for tonight?
Yeah.
Do I need to see pictures on tonight's paper? Yes, I'm going to see the artists come out and everybody.
Oh, that's right. We don't see
You did what? Oh, I think quite a lot of people did that. I'm going to give it, I'll do it